Welcome back to JKP Rising. My name is James. Thank you for watching my video. Today's topic is Halo 5 Guardians will apparently have less customization than Halo Reach. Okay, so every time I make a video about Halo 5 Guardians taking away a mode or taking away something from a previous game, they usually replace it with a better mode or something that's equally as good. Example, they took away Spartan Ops, which I honestly am glad they did because I hated that mode. But they took away Firefight, which I wasn't happy about because I love Firefight. But they replaced both those things, technically mostly Firefight, with Warzone, and I thought that was a good substitution. And if they're saying what they're saying, if 343 is saying what Warzone's going to be, then it should be an awesome game mode. It should be pretty much Invasion Firefight, but better. I'm looking forward to that. Now, this topic, I can't really defend 343. And it's not like I'm trying to or I want to, but again, like in the past, if they took away something, they usually replace it with something else. This, they're not really replacing it. They're just making less of it. Having less armor in Halo is honestly a disappointment. But in 343's defense, and I'm not trying to white knight 343, because that would be a total hypocrite if I did from all the stuff I've said about them in the past. I will quote one from the article. There is a link in the description of the article. Josh Holmes is, again, at the forefront of these messages. He says the following. The armor specifically is tied to helmets and suits only. You cannot alter the bits and bops like in Halo Reach. And he does defend why this is. He says helmet accessories and interchangeable shoulders, forearms, etc. They didn't breathe the diversity of high quality content. That I can understand because for Halo Reach, there were a lot of those pieces where you could adjust your Spartan. That was cool. However, I will quote 343 on that they're right. Even though some of the attachments in Reach were really awesome, there were a lot of attachments that were the same for other Spartan types. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. There were a lot of repeats of the same thing. So you would buy something off Reach for like, this is hypothetically saying, I forget how much each piece in Reach was, but say you bought a piece for 20,000 credits for a Spartan armor, maybe for like the default, and then maybe for the final armor in the game you buy that same attachment, but now it's 75,000 credits. Why is that such a huge credit limit increase when it's the same exact attachment? If he's talking about that stuff, I get that. I agree with him. However, if you're gonna take away something, you need to replace it or do something else with it. It's been stated in the article, Halo 5 will have less armor than Halo Reach. They did say, however, that they are gonna have DLC armor, so maybe in the future that could overcome Reach, but Reach had so many options, even if you were repeating some of the attachments for some of the Spartans, but I feel like that's a good thing. I just wish that they had a bit more to pick from in Reach versus just a couple of the items for every Spartan. And some Spartans you couldn't put the same items on, which is kind of weird. Don't know why they did that, or why Bungie did that. Assassination, which you're not going to see because I'm cutting out my ums and sighs. You're not going to see that yet. You'll see it after this because I'll be cutting and editing. So 343 has had really good armor sets. The Helo Screw I think looks awesome. There's other really cool armor sets that I can't think of the top of my head, but I think Helo Screw is definitely a really good armor. If they have more awesome armor like that, I'm okay with it. Maybe you can change, I know that you can change the shoulder pads and like the leg guards and stuff, not like the little specific items like in Reach. Hopefully what they have in the game is really good. I'm really hoping that what they will offer in the game will be awesome. But it is a shame to see that they're actually doing less customization. But again, in 343's defense, because we haven't seen the DLC armor come out yet, so I can't say if it's going to be more or less. It could actually be equally as much as Reach, if not more than Reach. And if it is more or equal, then I'm okay with that. But if it's less, I'll be like, eh. But then again, if the armor is really freaking awesome, then I'm not really going to complain. Like, the Helo Scroll armor is awesome. I'm playing through all 4 campaigns right now on Legendary. I'm playing through Halo 2 on Legendary right now, and that game is a nightmare on Legendary. And I'm trying to beat all the levels legitimately, so I'm not speedrunning the levels, I'm not skipping enemies, I'm trying to beat the level 100%, and that's a pain in the ass, especially on Halo 2. And I'm doing all that just for the Helo Scroll armor. I'm doing all that for a virtual armor that I can't access in real life, but only in a video game. 343 is making me do that much work for an armor, then I hope that there's more armors out there like that. I love hard achievements for armor. I really love that. Getting the Helo Scroll armor reminds me of getting the Recon armor in Halo 3 and ODST with the Vidmasters. That was cool, because there were some really fucking hard Vidmaster achievements. Annual on Halo 3 was freaking really, 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 really hard. And then the one on Coastal Highway was also really hard. So I love hard achievements for armor. I really like that. Not just, oh, you got 50 gamer score. Woo, yay, whatever. But if you're actually getting something out of that achievement, I really enjoy that. I prefer armor achievements through campaign. I don't necessarily like what Halo 4 did, where you had to do like a lot of stuff in multiplayer to achieve armor. That's kind of cool, but if you're not good at multiplayer, you're fucking screwed. At least you can do campaign. Unless we know like what the DLC armor will consist of, there is currently going to be less armor in Halo 5 versus Halo Reach. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, it's the Xbox One, which is way more powerful than the 360, so I figured by default they would have more armor. But 343 is clearly focusing on other things, so hopefully for that extra bit of space that we're not getting more armor in, they'll put that maybe towards the campaign. Maybe they look at the Xbox One hardware. They say, okay, we can either throw in a shit ton of armor and have a crap ton of armor, 5 times as much as Halo Reach, or we can cut down the armor and maybe use that extra space to lengthen the campaign. That's just a random hypothetical example. I don't even know if that's even possible or if that's how programming a game even works. If that was even a possibility, I would prefer a longer campaign over an extra armor set. So those are my thoughts on Halo 5 having less armor for now. Again, they could have more with the DLC. What do you guys think about that? Are you happy? Are you pissed off? I know that there have been a lot of articles out there about 343 taking stuff away. They love to take things away. But as I mentioned in previous one of my videos of what 343 has done right, they clearly want to do things their way. And I really like that about them. Regardless if they fuck up or if they do really well, hopefully they do well. They want to do things themselves. They want to be known for their success and not someone else's success. My name is James. Thank you for watching JKP Rising. Leave your comments below. Follow me on Facebook to keep up with all my videos. Twitter as well. I might make an Instagram. Don't really know why I would need one, but I might make an Instagram. I'm only plugging those channels because I do use my Facebook quite a bit and my Twitter. I'm using my Twitter a little bit more, but I use my Facebook a lot. Send updates on that. So if you want to know what I'm doing, if you want to like my Facebook page, go for it. I'm not making any money off JKP Rising. This is all for fun. I don't even know how you would even make money off a Facebook page. Thank you for watching my stuff. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for everything. I say thank you too much. Peace out. Have a good day. See ya.